Hi friends, I hope you're all well. Today I am bringing you with me on my weekend sort of adventures, I guess. I want to go out. I recently bought myself a lovely new bookcase, very kind of bargain price. I bought it for like 1,500 krona, which is roughly like £8 or £10 maybe at most. When I first moved here it was £10. But I think now it's about £8 with exchange rates. So I want to fill that up, and I'm going to show you that on this vlog, and kind of show you me putting it together with all the nice little bits and bobs. And I also want to go out and explore the second-hand shopping kind of scene here in Reykjavík, and to kind of see if there's anything that catches my eye that might go nice on my bookshelf. I really want to get like a plant for the bookshelf. But I don't know if I'll see that today. But I also want to get maybe like a nice vase or a nice kind of a piece of glassware or something, just to kind of add a little bit of something different to the bookshelf. I would really like to do that. So I'm off to kind of go exploring and see what I see today. And if I see any secondhand clothes or books, then that's a bonus. But my main aim is to see if I see any household items. I also think it'd be really nice to get a nice chair, and if I see that secondhand, I will pick that up. I'm kind of trying to shop secondhand a lot more. Yeah, I'm excited to go out exploring and take you with me, go around the shops and see what they have to offer and all the rest of that. I'm looking forward to it, and hopefully you're up for coming with me and we can go explore together. I will say that masks and distancing measures have just come back in Iceland, so there was nothing for about a month maybe. We had no restrictions because there was no COVID. There was like 0 cases. But unfortunately, as they do, COVID comes back into the country. That's kind of been our cyclical experience, that we get down to nothing and then it's brought back in. So at the moment we have regulations, and the cases they've gone up a little bit, about 60 cases, but they've brought in the domestic restrictions just to kind of make sure that that's all it becomes. And so I'll be wearing a mask in public, and I'll try and film wee clips from the shops I go into, because I think they're going to be quite cute. What I see online of what they look like inside, I think they're going to be really nice. But I better get a move on, because 1, it looks like it's going to rain really soon, and 2, these shops are not open for very long. Like, their opening hours are quite short, so I want to make sure I get there before they close and in good time to see a few. I think there's about 3 or 4 shops I want to go and visit. So hopefully we get on okay and we see some nice stuff today, and hopefully you're up for coming with me. Hi pals, that's me just back. I am absolutely knackered, like so warm from being in and out of the shops, and just downed a pint of water. But I thought I would show you what I got before I stick it all in a washing basket to get washed. And sort of causing chaos down here, but I'll show you this first. This is the plant I got. So I think it's called a Pilea or something. Pilea. I'm not sure how much you can see it, but it came wrapped up in this lovely wrapping, and I was well smug with myself finding this plant shop. I've never seen it before and just happened upon it, and yeah, it was beautiful inside. Really nice place. and lots of gorgeous plants. And he also had the stuff I need to replant my orchid, so that was a useful purchase. And then I bought myself, I didn't really find any like glassware or like sort of decorative house items like I was hoping to find, but I did find a couple of clothes items, so I was pleased with that. Let me just show you. I got this top. Now, I'm not sure how much you can see here because I don't have a front viewfinder, so I'm just winging it and hoping for the best, but it's a, like baby blue, light blue, and it has these like cute sleeves, which I really like. I don't know how you wash it. I was just thinking about this as I got home. I thought I should have really looked at this. No, it's just a regular wash, so that's good. But I think once it's been ironed properly and the sleeves have had a proper good iron, and I tried it on, it looks quite nice on, like the shape and stuff like that, but I think it'll be a case of just getting it ironed and making it look nice. It's pretty good condition, and it was only 500 krona, which is like probably £2.50, something like that. So yeah, bargain. And then I also found this really nice cardigan, and I've wanted this kind of cardigan for probably a couple of years by now. It's like really long, so it's like full length, really long cardigan, and just like a light grey colour. It doesn't have buttons, which is fine, and it has pockets, which is lovely, and it's just nice and comfy. I tried it on, it's like, it's not really soft, but it is quite soft, and just really nice, and just the kind of thing I've been looking for quite a while. So I was really pleased with my two finds. I did see a couple of bits and bobs, but I just decided to go with what I got. And I also picked up some pastries, so I'm gonna have a sit down and a pastry with Chris and a cuppa, and well, first of all I'm gonna get completely showered and stick all this in the wash, and then I'll have a pastry, and then I'll start on the bookshelf. So I'll speak to you soon. So it's now time to sort out the bookshelves. So first off, I will show you what I currently do with my books and how I currently kind of store them, sort my TBR and stuff like that. And then we will pop them on the bookshelves and try and organise them, make them look nice. So I'm excited to get it looking how I want it. I don't have a full kind of vision for it or anything, but in the 2 years that we've lived here, I've never had a bookshelf. So I am excited to kind of have one and get it set up and kind of see how I like it and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it, and hopefully you are too. Let's go and see what I currently do with my books. So I have this TBR cart, which you might have seen videos before, and it's really handy. I mostly use it for like TBR books, so to be read books. On the top here is mostly books that I own, recently bought the majority of them, and a couple of library books that are quite big. And yep, looking forward to reading all of those. And then the second one is more like library books, so I actually have a fair few library books out. A couple on the side that here are actually children's books I'm hoping will help me with my Icelandic reading skills. And then, sorry, you can hear my knees creaking, jeezy peeps. So then on the bottom is like Chris's books mostly. The LoveStar is a book that I have read and passed on to him, and the rest I think are all his books, so we'll find a space for all of that. But that's my TBR cart, which is like what I use most of the time. I also have a little section here which is like, I mostly fill with books I've just recently read, so these are all the books I read in June and July, physical books, and that just kind of sits under the TV with my knitting stuff and stuff like that. And then there's another section that I'll just take you through and show you just now. And then in my wardrobe I have like more books that I'm less keen on seeing. So some of them are like books that I like, maybe someone's loaned me a book and I've not had a chance to give it back, or maybe it's like a book that I was not sure about, or one that I've set aside for now kind of thing. That's mostly what these sections are here. I think these ones are ones that people have loaned to me. And then the bottom of my wardrobe I have books I've unhauled and kind of I'm getting rid of. These ones are just ones I haven't quite had the chance to drop off at like a little free library or anything like that. So I will be doing that with these books, but for now I'm just going to pop them on the bottom of the bookshelf, I think, with their spines facing inward. And yeah, I always get them sent to like a little free library or something when I get the chance. But then I also have another section. Let's take you over there. So this is my collection of books I've read and liked enough to keep. You just have to excuse the dust on the cabinet, but yeah, this is like a stack of books that I read, really liked, wanted to keep, and I will make space for them in the bookshelf for sure. I liked all of these, so this kind of, it's funny because, so before COVID hit, I was like sending most of my books back to Scotland. Whenever we had a visitor, I would just send a pile of books back, and so these are just books that I've read since kind of March 2020, February 2020 or something like that. I'm not sure. The last visitors we had were at the start of 2020, so these are all just books I've read since then and liked enough that I wanted to keep, and yeah, I made a little space for them in our living room, but I will make a definite space on the bookshelf for those ones. So I've got all my books in one place now. I've got my TBR cart behind me and a load of books behind the camera that you can't see. But I'm looking forward to kind of getting them all on the bookshelf and like playing around with the order and seeing how I want to organise it. While I'm doing all of that, I'm going to listen to my audiobook. So I'm currently listening to an audiobook called Waiting for Superman, I think it's called. I took a picture on the screen. It's about chronic fatigue, and it's kind of from the perspective of like an outsider who is a person who's like a science writer and is writing about this family, and the main sort of the person with chronic fatigue is called Whitney, and he is like has quite high support needs, and it kind of follows him and his father, who is a scientist working in the field trying to develop treatments, and it follows them and kind of tells you about chronic fatigue and stuff. So this is something that I'm really interested in learning more about, and kind of want to learn more about, and I think this is like quite a good introduction. It's not exactly what I thought it would be. I thought it would be more like personal story of like the family and like really more engrossed in that, but I think because the person telling the story is not in the family, I think that's why it's a bit more detached, and we're not getting kind of more kind of knowledge about their day-to-day lives and stuff like that, which is kind of more what I expected. But it's also not super sciencey, so it's kind of, it sits between both but doesn't do either one like to the level that I would want it done, if that makes sense. So I'm liking it, but it's not exactly what I thought it would be, which is fine. Sometimes you go in with wrong expectations on books, but yeah, I'm going to listen to that. I've only got an hour of it left, so yeah, do a bit of listening, do a bit of book organising, have a grand old time. Okay, so this is what I have. So at the top here is all Chris's books, so quite a wee selection there, and then this is like the side of books that I have read and like want to keep a hold of, and then down, I'll move this thing down, and then down a little bit we have books that are on my TBR, so these are all books that I haven't read, and then library books, which there aren't a lot of at the minute, but a fair few to read, and then right at the bottom, so we've got a whole empty shelf, and then right at the bottom are the books that I've unhauled and they're just waiting to be sent off to local free libraries, or I think there's about 4 or 5 that are books that I borrowed from my mum, so I'll give them back at some point as well. And then obviously my TBR cart is totally empty, so it looks quite sad now, but yeah, it's coming together. I'm not sure if this is what I will have it like in the end, but it's quite nice and it's a start, isn't it, you know? So I'm going to repot the plant just now, because I have a pot at home that I'd like to pot it into, and it needs an orchid coming out of its other pot, so I'll maybe film that as well, to be fair, and just take you through that little repotting process just now. Okay, so at this stage I've watched probably like 5 or 6 videos how to replant an orchid. I've never done it before, so every single one showed me a different way of doing it, and I am basically just going to do it with a combination of all of the ways. So I have my orchids looking lovely, and a station to kind of dismantle that orchid into, And then at the far side I have my new pot, this sort of cream looking one, and then behind that the bark, which is kind of expanding at the moment. I'm not really sure. As I say, I've never repotted in that kind of thing before, but let's take a minute just to appreciate how lovely my orchid looks. It's really lovely and in bloom at the moment, so yeah, it's gorgeous. I'm looking forward to getting in a new bigger pot. It's kind of needing it, I think, and yeah, let's see how we get on. Sorry, my camera cut out when I was doing the filming of the orchid, but what I'll do is I'll input a little footage of what it looks like now it's like fully planted, and it looks lovely actually. It looks really nice in that pot and I'm really happy with it. What I did with the new plant that I got was I just put in the pot that the orchid was in, obviously cleaned out and everything like that, but I put it in that, just in the plastic tub it came in for now, just to kind of see how it does in its new positioning without the added thing of the change of soil. And if it's doing okay, I will change the soil later on. But yeah, I am happy with my two little plants. I also added some other little bits to the shelf, so I will show you that just now. So starting with the top shelf, we have these two little volcano pots, which are from a Icelandic potterist, ceramic artist. Not sure what the exact, maybe it's just potter. Yeah, an Icelandic potter, and they're lovely. They're called Dagny or Dainu, and yeah, they're really nice. Chris got them for my birthday or Christmas or something. I think maybe the first year we lived here. Really like them, and thought that was the perfect spot for them, where it's like the combination of Chris's books and my books, and the kind of blue and pink, the sort of classic gendered colours. But there we go. And second shelf down, I've got my new plan. It looks lovely there, I'm so happy about it. And this is obviously my TBR shelf, so I've got all these lovely books to look forward to reading. And yeah, I'm really happy about that. And then the third shelf down is my library bookshelf. And here I put on a little vase that I got from IKEA just, and the little kind of candle holder that came in the flat. It's a rental we have, so it came in the flat. And then a lovely little postcard that I got from Seyðisfjörður, which is a town in the east of Iceland. Let me show you a close up of this because it's lovely. So I bought this from you might recognise this church. It's a like kind of very iconic image of East Iceland, this blue church in the town of Seyðisfjörður, and there's a rainbow street in this town as well, so you might recognise that description. But it's just a really nice card. I got it from a shop that is like right on that rainbow street, which sells like local Icelandic art and little pieces for the home and stuff like that. So really nice shop, and I love this, and I just bought myself it along with a couple of ceramic mugs that we have. That's what we were having with our breakfast this morning actually. So yeah, really love that, and I'm really glad to have it on my bookshelf and have a little place for it. And here she is in full, looking lovely and really nicely coming together, I think. Let me know what you think about it, and if you can suggest anything that might look nice decorative items, etc. That would be super lovely. But with that final bookshelf tour, and now you can see it behind me looking all kinds of lovely, I'm going to close off this vlog here. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and it was quite fun to kind of follow me around in a random day in my life. And yeah, I'm looking forward to getting reading some of my TBR and having a chilled evening this evening. Dinner is just on, so and I'm cooking, so I better get back to that. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again in my next video.